cryptocurrency is a misnomer. And I think it's a misnomer that's used to instill this kind of like, safe feeling in terms of the tokens that they're using. And when you consider something like Ethereum, a cryptocurrency, right? When you think about Ethereum is a cryptocurrency, what I hear when I hear that is, okay, a cryptocurrency is like, a dollar. It's something that's, it's a store of value. It's used to be spent. I can exchange it for goods and services, whatever. But people kind of forget that it's like, that's not exactly the way that most of these blockchains work. In fact, the way that most of these blockchains work is the currency is not a currency. It's more like a barrel of oil. You spend some of it. The value of that barrel can go up and down. It can cost you. It can require more of it depending on the card that you use to get from A to B. So it's like it's not exactly the same as a currency because it fluctuates in value. And so that to me is what makes it more of a crypto commodity. And when people label that a cryptocurrency, they think, oh, I should just hang on to this thing and just keep it because it's a currency. But no one would think that with, going to a gas station and I'm going to put all my savings into gasoline and I'm going to hoard gallons of gasoline in my garage because they're going to go up and down in value. Like people don't think that. People don't think of it as a way to save. Now there is obviously stocks and stuff like that, but that's besides the point. The point that I'm trying to make here is that at the end of the day, a commodity versus a currency is a pretty big thing that you need to differentiate between. And when you start labeling cryptocurrencies as currencies, for me, it puts the concept in people's minds that this is a store of value. So when I see that the Fed is coming out and saying, Bitcoin is a commodity, I'm like, well, yeah, that makes perfect sense, right? Like Bitcoin is a commodity. It's a commodity because its value fluctuates. Its value should fluctuate, just like a gallon of gas should fluctuate. And Bitcoin, one of Bitcoin's primary utilities is to actually be spent on running the network. And that's how it works. The first person that ran a Bitcoin transaction put in electricity and effort, and they got back a meme coin, which we call Bitcoin today. And over time, it's gone up in value and it's accrued. And so I do tend to agree that labeling that as a commodity is pretty important. I think it's a much more authentic way to look at it. And I think when you are coming into the crypto space and somebody says, oh, this is a store of value versus, this is a commodity. Think about it like barrel of oil or like, pounds of wheat or whatever, like that makes a big difference. So I think it's authentic. I think it's the right approach. And I think it's kind of a good, safe direction to go in.